Hi everyone, a few days back I made a video on the morning of the Champions League final, after which a news story broke about the footballer Jose Antonio Reyes. A few more details have come out about that. Now, I did say in my previous video that I thought the outcome of the Champions League would be fixed. Along with their fixed football results, they also fabricate news stories. The death of a footballer isn't unusual. We've seen it before this year. Now, of course, in the Champions League final, they gave Reyes a 1 minute applaud. So it was interesting that the Champions League final referenced his death, of course. Suspected the outcome of to be fixed. And what do you know? Bang on 22 seconds, we had a curious incident with a penalty where this player here, Sissoko, kept his arm up for ages. A real stupid thing to do for a defender, which gave the Liverpool gentleman an opportunity to kick that ball right at his hand. Now, just in case that arm wasn't going to make contact, Sissoko moved his arm towards the ball to make sure he definitely caught it. And speaking of moving arms, it's a subtle one this, but in the penalty, you may notice, Hugo Lloris, one of the top goalkeepers in the world, actually not only have Tottenham just made a huge defensive blunder, but the keeper then, you can see his hand here. Normally, if a keeper wants to make his body as big as possible, stretch his arms out, but what do you think he does? He actually dips the hand in, away from the ball, allowing it to go over the top of him. I think that penalty was fixed. I mean, the highlights I think are on YouTube. I definitely recommend you watch it. They do play at incredible speeds, but these guys are incredible footballers and able to manipulate the ball ridiculous speeds, and that is probably why they're paid so much. Of course, Liverpool went on to win the tournament, and when they lifted the trophy, it was a clearly rehearsed thing they all did. They all did this weird dance. From what I've heard, a lot of footballers are very superstitious. Now, is it bordering on arrogance or tempting fate to say, hey guys, let's rehearse how we're going to practice lifting the trophy? I'm not sure. I don't think if I was in a sporting event, it's something I would do. I think that would be considered jinxing it a little for me, practicing how you're going to lift the trophy. But anyway, the Liverpool guys knocked together a rather unusual celebration to mark lifting the trophy. So yeah, that's all I'm going to look at on the game. But we'll go back to Antonio Reyes, who, as I said, died on the 1st of June. It turns out he was driving at 135 miles per hour. Now, I do say these fake stories are often coded with numbers. Can't say I know what the numbers mean always, but 35 comes up twice here, with not only the speed the car was going, 135 miles an hour, but they did keep referencing Reyes, the 35-year-old. So that's twice that number's come up. Also, another strange thing about this death, the guy died very unexpectedly on Saturday. As we read, Reyes' funeral took place in his hometown of Utrecht on Monday following the fatal accident. 2 days later, that's like saying if someone died unexpectedly today, on Wednesday, they can have their funeral 2 days later. I don't think so. I think you do a post-mortem. I think you have to make funeral arrangements. The body needs to be prepared. I find it hard to believe that a funeral, particularly the one of this size, as you see, they shut off a whole main street for the guy and put borders up. All this done with 2 days notice. Now, I'm not going to monitor the people. They do all look quite glum. I don't know if you probably look closely enough, you might see some dupe and delight, but probably not from these people. They may well be genuine mourners that want to pay tribute to one of their local people. I also find it very strange when they televise funerals. Maybe have a tribute to the guy, do a ceremony in his honour, but actually filming the funeral, not sure about that. Like I said, 2 days after an unexpected death, they've already got the guy buried. So I do like to look at the numbers. If anyone's got anything to add or share on it, because there's a lot of people out there that know a lot more about numerology than I do. Reyes happens to be 27 in Pythagorean. You put the whole name in. Jose Antonio Reyes is 62. Reverse it to get 26, 2 6s. But yeah, I find that a bit hard to swallow that Jose died unexpectedly. If any of you guys got anything to add or comments or questions, always welcome. And I'm not being disrespectful, because I genuinely think this
Antonio Reyes' death was a hoax. Maybe even just to draw attention to the football that was taking place later that day. That's my view on it. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys.